Okay, so I have not made a YouTube video in a while. It's been a pretty long time, I think. I've just been posting shorts a lot lately. I don't know. That's just what I've been doing. I haven't had a chance to make a YouTube video. I tried to make one a while back, but it just didn't work out. So I didn't end up posting it. But here we are. Since my last video, at least, I've really changed my training around like a lot compared to like when I first started posting, when I was like posting like every few weeks or whatever. Like drastically changed it. Like right now I'm at I used to literally just do Toproll training, like same fucking workouts for like a whole year straight. It was just Toproll. But I've started doing separate days, so 3 days a week Toproll, 2 days a week strength training, 2 days a week hook training. Strength training consists of like pull-ups, push-ups, dumbbell curls, skull crushers, just generic strength-based stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. But my main move is my Toproll, of course, and I'm gonna just show you guys some of my favorite exercises to train a Toproll. One more thing before I start the workout. I'm already kind of mid in it, or not really workout, but is this Toproll training consists of riser, back pressure, cupping, high pronation, just a whole mixture of stuff. But it all helps with your Toproll. Yeah. Anyways, so but the first exercise that I like to do is the basic, just pronation through the thumb. Yeah, that's about it. I'll start my left. I already worked out today, so this is only like 40 pounds, I think. Yeah, it's only 40 pounds, okay? So, yeah, this is how I do it. Some people do it without double wrapping it, but that's just how I do it on this one. Set up, and I just pronate, just like that. Left arm, same with the right arm. I usually start with my hand kind of straight and then I cup. Yeah, okay, that's pronation, I guess. Next lift would be, okay, next lift, this is like, it's pretty similar. I guess I'll do this arm, pretty similar. So I start out with combining both the wraps and then put it over my riser. And then I'm gonna loosen them apart so that way it's over my, it's like that, it's over my knuckles in the back of my hand, so it's working pronation and riser. And then just rep it, or I could use the pad, I guess. And then as I'm doing that, I am going like this. I'm like Toprolling, so you know what I mean. Yeah, and then so it's not just static like that. It's more like, can't really tell, I don't think, but yeah, I'm pronating. I also sometimes start with my hands slightly open already, so I have to pronate it and rise it, I guess. Yeah. Okay, that's the second lift. Okay, third lift, I would say it's what I call high pronation. It's not a riser lift in my opinion. It does attack the riser a little bit, but a lot of people call it a riser lift. Like Monster Michael Todd. Yeah, I don't know. If he thinks it's a riser lift, he could think that, but I don't think it's a riser lift. But wrap it around your hand, and it goes in the back of your hand, like this, not on your knuckles, not even like that, but like that. And then I just do my normal lift. Pronate. This is kind of like, I would call it like pronation through back pressure. High pronation. Yeah. Both arms. Keep them together. Yeah. High pronation, I guess. Okay. Next exercise. I guess we go back to riser. I usually don't have a particular order I go in. I just kind of mix them around, but I do all of them. This next one is riser lift. So it's pretty. It's kind of like all of them. You know, they're all similar. They all attack your hand. It's just the basic riser lift, I guess. And I just go like that. I really should be like slowly letting it down. Going, slowly letting it down. Which is something I just gotta work on. Now, a lot of people will they'll do reps like that. But I find it puts pressure on my hand, and it just doesn't feel that good sometimes. It can hurt my top knuckle. So what I've been doing to not let that happen, but I could still train full range, is I wrap it on my hand, behind my thumb, and then over my knuckle. Like that. And this just feels a lot better. I could definitely lift more weight on my riser like that, but definitely feels better for doing reps. Okay, that's pronation, and then we got pronation with riser, and then high pronation, and then riser training. Okay, this is another lift that I do. This is like one of my favorite lifts when it comes to training Toproll or back pressure. I used to train back pressure like this. If you look at a lot of my old videos, you'll see me training like this with my hand through it like that, which is still a good way to train back pressure. But I just don't do it like that no more. Lately, what I've been doing though is I will literally just move it up, so it's like that, which I find this is a lot better when it comes to back pressure through your hand, because when you're top rolling someone, you're not top rolling them through here. You know, you're top rolling them through your hand. I feel like. I mean, I guess if you're in strap, but still, I still think you're top rolling them through your hand. You know. So this lift, and it's definitely a lot harder than the wrap right here. Yeah. Okay. So high back pressure. Another lift. Well, that's pretty much all to do with the wrap that I do. Now, I would use my handles that I have. This thing looks a little chopped, I know, but I just made it a little thicker because I guess I should have got a bigger one, but yes, yeah, still does fine. So you just do the normal high wrap. I get my hand really in there, or lower, so that way it's more on my fingertips. And then there's usually two different ways I do this. One of them is I will pull it up and I'll kind of in this like post style, and I'll go like that, and this really trains like as if someone's top rolling you. Yeah, this is kind of a lot of weight, 40 pounds for high cup, in my opinion. I could do it, but it's getting closer to my max. My left's a little injured right now, my riser. It's like messed up. It's messed up for like a few months now, and I've been trying to rehab it, but it sucks because like all I want to do is train, you know. But doing what I can. So my left it's kind of difficult to train high cup. but I'll do it. So like I said, there's this way where I sit in a post and I kind of act like someone's taller than me. But there is this one, which is pretty similar, I guess. But make sure you kind of push your hand down so it gets on your palm or your kind of where your calluses are. And I just pronate and cup. Just like that. That's pretty much it with my multi-spinner. Do it with the left. Just like that. And then the last exercise I do is the cone handle. But my training is always kind of changing. I always do different exercises a lot, so I'm sure this will change eventually, but lately I've been doing it like this, with this pattern, kinda, and sometimes I switch back to the belt and I go back to doing some of those lifts, just to really gas out my hand, as if I was like doing a practice table with someone. Just, I feel it really trains my Toproll. Okay, but with the cone handle, I have it facing upwards. And the way I grab it is I leave a little pocket right there, and I'll go kind of like with the multi-spinner, but it's not a multi-spinner. And then what I also do though is I kind of let my fingers back a little bit, so it's not just wrist, it's my fingers, but just a little bit. But yeah, that's that. I usually finish my exercises with this, so I can gas out my forearm, and it gives a pretty good pump. But yeah, okay, so that's really my Toproll training. I still have hook and strength training if you guys want to see that. My hook training is really good, I would say. It really tests your frame, and I feel like it makes my hook pretty strong. But that's me. I don't know. Everyone's different. Yeah, I guess if you want to see anything else different, just comment it and let me know. Yeah.